Right, welcome back again. It's the next day because it ain't raining. Right, I went and did a bit more shopping. Yesterday afternoon, I went and seen another car, another Kuga, the knackered engine. The plan was, it was a titanium 4x4. Plan was going to be to strip out the leather interior, put all the Bluetooth in it, into mine, swap everything over, upgrade mine to a bit nearer titanium spec. Unfortunately, it was quite a bit well worn, the seats were split and it was a bit grotty inside. I was going to make one good one out of the two, sell off some parts, get my money back, and then scrap the rest. It didn't happen, so I went and, about 11 o'clock last night, found a leather interior out of a titanium for 100 quid. So, nipped across to near Selby, picked it up. It's all a good condition. It's in far better condition than the cloth was. I wouldn't have bothered changing it. However, the driver's seat was worn on the edge, and there's quite a bit of odd marks here and there and stuff like that. If I could have found a driver's seat to match, I'd have done that. But there isn't any. There's plenty of good leather ones about, so that's what I did. Right, there's the back one. It's already out. I took the back one out because I didn't know how much space I'd have in the back of the car. So I thought, when I pick the new one up, if I put the new one in its place where it would have normally been, it'd give me more space, and it did. However, I would have got it all in anyway. But yeah, that's got, it's like splinters and everything ground into it. I've started getting them out, but they're quite difficult. There's a bit of manky bit there, and it's gone fluffy there. I'm guessing they had a child seat or something in. The back seats are okay. The passenger seat, I quite like them. They are comfy. It's got a little bit wriggly on the bottom, but you can see on the driver's one it's a little bit worn. But the problem's this edge here. It started to split through. It's understandable with the mileage. This has all gone a bit wriggly. And I was just going to glue that edge down just neatly like that, but it was never going to look perfect. But yeah, these are quite comfy seats. They're exactly the same seats on the titanium. They're just, this half's leather and it's got a slightly different fabric. I think the inside bit's the same, or very similar. There they are. There's a couple of little marks on them here and there. A little tiny scuff there. But they're a lot cleaner. I'll give them a freshen up anyway. The driver's seat, a little bit grubby compared to the rears, but then that's just expected. But there's no wear on this edge. There's ever so slight light line there, but I'll get some leather feed into that. But yeah, that'll be a lot better. Clean off all the stock number lettering I've put on them. I guess that's for when they sell it, you can identify them. But as for this, the needs a good clean out, so I'm going to get on with that and get the spare and everything out, get everything else out. Front seats will be coming out. I'll see what it's like, whether I bother taking the carpet out completely. Most people will have seen other videos where you can't clean it unless it's out, but at least if the seats are all out, you can clean it and get everybody else's muck out of it, because it's all like dog hair and crumbs and everything. There's an insane amount of storage on these three bins underneath the back seat. All that underneath the back floor fills with a big padded foam thing you can stash it in. As I showed you on the other video, there's great big holes in the floors. And yeah, door bins, little bins, side trays on the seats. I don't think you'd have enough stuff to fill it. That one up there that needs sticking down a little bit. Now I have tried finding a radio, which I have managed to find a couple the same. But I'm going to try and repair the scuffs around the edge of the trim if I can't get a replacement, and then probably repaint it, and then I'll repaint the silver bit around the radio, that bit that's grey. And also it's odd that everything's silver apart from that. We'll see. But for now, I've left the interior light out, as you saw earlier on. We're going to get a new windscreen fitted because of the, where is it? Yeah, there's the crack. Obviously the leak from up here where it rained on me yesterday, and today bloody tractor kicked up a stone and cracked it again. So if that was a new video, a new new screen, I'd have been really annoyed. But yeah, you can see if you see it or not. But ordered a new aerial for it. I'm going to get new number plates because these are a little bit, they're just a bit tired. You've got the rusty screws and things like that on. Keep the back one for a trailer, get a pair of new ones. In fact, there's one that came in the back already. So yeah, I'm going to get the front seats out, start hoovering, and we'll go from there, see what it's like. Right, before you go taking anything out with airbags in, like the seats, it's advisable, I don't always do it, it's advisable to disconnect the battery and leave it a little bit. You're not disconnecting anything to do with the airbags like the steering wheel. You'd be taking it out and pulling the plungers off. All you're doing is unplugging the wire into the seats. There's every chance it'll be okay, but you lose your radio code, so before you do that, make sure you know where it is. These ones, I just had to look it up, because there is a number written on top of the sun visor. So what you do, on these ones particularly, press and hold buttons 1 and 6 until you get started getting the flashing up on the screen. And it'll go through all its information. Don't know what half of this means. There's dates and numbers and model numbers. And what you get is a serial number just after the next date. And then you get a V0 and then a serial number. So the next one you see, there, V0 and that number. That you put into a radio code finder and it'll tell you straight away what your number is. As it happens, I did that. 1633 written there is what the radio code for this one actually is. So I don't have to worry, I can turn the take the battery off and disconnect it. Right, all the wiring on them goes into this box here. So you basically unscrew that. Bear in mind it's the first time I've done it. I would assume you unscrew it, it winds the plugs out, and they all come off in one, yeah, there you go. They all come off in one go, so anything that's wired up is there. What I will do before I put it in is make sure that these coloured plugs here are all the same in the same place. Almost certainly will be, but you never know. Right, seat bolts on these are a TX50 Torx. I've had a look at the rest of them, they all seem to come undone. There you go. 4 on each seat. The seat belts are mounted to the sills, so there's no faffing about. Once you get them loose, you can use a little gun. If you have one. Go around the back. Let's crack these off already, see if they come out. And that should be the seat ready to lift out and just grab wherever the bolt went. Yeah. That's one out. There you go. I can put that heater vent back in now because it'd come out, but I can also hoover it because it needs it. Same again, undo that plug at the front. That releases all your electrics. Then undo seat bolts. I am cheating slightly. I did check that they all came undone before I bought a set of seats, because if anything I'm going to shear off, I'd have put up with it. Because sometimes it's not worth the aggro. Especially got damp carpets and things, your bolts go rusty on the other side. No, I had checked they all turned. Otherwise I might have just left them. It would have driven me mad, but I might have just left them. Right, let's be careful getting them out because they're big and a lot of brackets that scratch things and easily wrap it down a door. Get the this is the driver's seat, and we've got what we got on there. Yellow, this one, orange, up one across, purple. If that made any sense to you, let me know. Yeah, yellow, miss one, up one, across for purple. That's correct. Right, that's purple, orange, yellow, grey. Purple, that is orange, yellow, grey. They're correct, so that's fine. And get them back in and clean them up first underneath the runners and things. And I'm going to clean up in here because it's yuck. You know, a bit of car, no matter how clean it is always underneath there. Nasty. Well, decision made. This side footwell is wet, which I knew about, but this is a side that smells like the wet Labrador. So, I'm gonna pop the trim off, same as I've done the other side. And that gives you access to the carpet. Because the front halves are separate, I wasn't going to bother because getting them out usually up over behind the heater is a pain, but these luckily are actually separate. Really need to remove this bit of trim, but it'll be alright for now. And clip that. I've just done the other side, as you can probably see. Oh yeah, that's wet and stinks. So they'll be getting a right good wash. A right good wash. It's not rusty, it's just wet there. Where's it coming in? It could all be from the leaking screen. Oh, they are around for being a bit of a sieve of these. The seam sealant dries and then cracks and then doesn't seal the seams anymore. So I'll get these off anyway, but for starters it was just, yeah, that's soaking wet. That'll never ever dry, not while it's in the cart. Hopefully they are just one piece. Sorry, individual, but I can almost guarantee that'll be a two-piece thing, so if it is, it's going to get chopped. Yeah, that's all wet. That's wet. It's not wet underneath, it's not flooded. It's like, it's not rusty either. It just, and get this out, get the seats changed, to get it hoovered out, it'll smell a lot better. Give all this lot a clean while it's here. It just freshens it up. I mean, you see these black marks, it looks like somebody sprayed the seat runners with the seats in. So they've probably gone a little bit on the rusty side, although it comes off dead easy. It just scrapes off with your nails, so I don't know if it is paint. It's definitely, yeah, this comes off. But I'll clean all that off. It's everywhere. So whether it's paint or some sort of random sprayed lubricant or something they've put sprayed into, I think it's more like this rattle can paint. So I don't know what's behind that, if that's a clip or whether it's a screw. Aha! You can get behind it with your finger, and that'll more than likely be a Torx screw. Or nothing. Oh no, there's no clip in it. Put that back in, don't need to come out. Odd. Yeah, that goes right round up the side. This has got to come out to dry. no way it's staying in and going under the carpet like this. If I have to cut this side to get it out, which, oh well, it might be. Yeah, that goes all the way at once, all the other side. I don't know how high it goes. Yeah, that's bolted in. So that's going to get a little bit of persuasion to come out. No, there's no rust under there, that's good. It's not like old cars too much. When you pull it out and you can see the road. No, I can get all this side cleaned up. I'm not going to take the back out because that is one piece. I can hoover that and I can clean it as need be. I've just put the other one of these back on. I can take it off. Ew. Ew. Yeah, that's wet under there because that's obviously run down and underneath. And that's got some sort of goo in it. Second thoughts, it might be worth seeing how wet it is under there. Yeah. You know, I said about not taking the carpet out. Yeah, well, you see, water there. So that foamy stuff needs to come out, dry it, find where the water leak's coming from. Probably the screen that's leaking. Dry all this out. Clean it all out. Get rid of the grub out of it. Wipe it all down. And then I can start putting things back in. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put all this lot tonight. 2 interiors and all that lot. And all that lot. So, yeah, because the boot's a bit on the full side because everything that came out the front is now in the back. Yeah, I'd sort of do these things. But it'll be clean. It'll be clean and hoovered out and dry. And and yeah, I've got a habit of doing this. It makes things clean though. And once they're clean, it's clean. Amazing, there's a lot more engineering goes into this than there is the Skoda and the Wartburg. There's a hell of a lot more bracing and strong stuff. I mean, obviously that big metal frame there, that's for the isofix for the back seats, so that's got to be pretty strong anyway. But all the back seats sit on that and bolt to it, and the hooks there you can see for the kids' seats and stuff, but seatbelt mounts a lot all go onto that, not actually onto the car. But yeah, I don't know where I'm going to put it all. How bad is this underneath? Because I just took it out, it was dripping everywhere. Yeah, see that's soaking wet. The rest of it's not too bad, that's got a bit of damp in it. If I can dry these, that's the biggest problem. If this time of year nothing dries. So it's not really the right time to be stripping car seats and interiors out to dry them. Yeah, I can stick the driver's front seats just in the hole. Those ones over there don't matter, I can stash them in a garage somewhere. I can put those inside the car out of the way. These can probably sit somewhere. Yeah, we're in a bit deeper than I planned, but yeah, if you look at this, there's water dripping off the carpets and stuff as I brought them out. So it needs to be dried out. That needs to come out. It's a bit more work, but I think I'm just going to cut it up the centre because this side's bone dry. That side's a bit more moist. Right. I might split this video into two because this fitting the seats video, which was today, has gone a little bit awry. But yeah, definitely have the battery off because I've got all sorts of modules unplugged now. Wiring and I had to unscrew everything. Massive learning curve. It's like most modern cars clip together. So you've got to find where the clips are so you don't break them. But also there's a few hidden screws in them as well, as I found. And it's a bit like a jigsaw piece. So a lot of what I took apart I didn't need to because it was all screwed to one big piece that fits in and then it clips in at the front under the dashboard. I think I'll leave it for now. I'm going to get that water out. I'm going to try and get that spongy bit out before it gets dark, and then find somewhere to put everything. Sunday night now. I might put this video out in 2 pieces, as I say. Yesterday's and today. Or I'll just edit it down somewhat, because otherwise it's going to be an awfully long video. And it's wrong time of year for doing drying carpets, like I say, and it's the wrong time of year for having this scattered all over the drive at 5 o'clock at night, because it's going to be dark in an hour. But that's Mechanic Garage for you. Right, anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Any comments, please feel free, be kind. But yeah, wasn't quite how I'd planned today going. Did go quite as daft as I thought it was going to do, but it is what it is, isn't it? So, thanks very much. I'll catch you in another video. Hopefully putting things back together. Cheers.